Hello everybody. Do you remember last time we did the assembly? I was saying that it was a really important point. We were halfway through the year. We are now into the second half of the year. So if you're in year one, you're year 1.5 and moving forward. A really exciting spring term 2, and then we've got the summer term 2. Lots of projects to do, lots of work to do, lots of new learning. And that's what this assembly is a little bit about, new learning. Because the question I want you to think about is, when do you stop learning? Is it when you finish primary school? Is it when you finish secondary school? Is it when you become a grown-up? Don't know whenever that is. When is it? When do you stop learning? Okay, that's something to think about. Now, I was listening in yesterday when Steele and his mum, Steele and his mum, were walking home, and they were walking past me, you know, where I stand, just at the top of the steps there, seeing children off. And I heard Steele talking to his mum and saying that he'd had a really good day with his learning. But he said, "Oh, Mum, maths was a bit tricky." And I just couldn't resist. I jumped straight in and I said, "Oh, that's really good. Because if it's tricky, it's just right." Because learning is a bit like Goldilocks and the Three Bears, if you think about it. If learning is too easy, you're not interested. It's like when the porridge is cold. If learning is too easy, it's no good. It might be okay for a while that you can do all those sums or you can answer those questions, but it's going to get boring. But also, if you go to the other end and it's too difficult, like if we're asking reception to multiply in thousands, then learning becomes a worry. And nobody wants to be worried about their learning. There's something in the middle where that porridge is just the right temperature, where, as Steele says, it's tricky and I can't quite do it, but I can use all my knowledge that I've had before and I can have the teacher's help and I can achieve that new learning. And that's what your teachers do for you. They think, where is that new learning? What's that next step on that journey to be able to do that new learning? Right, back to that question. When do we stop learning? Is it when we're grown-ups? Is it when we leave reception? I can hear some people saying never. And that's absolutely right. You wake up in the morning, if you're in year 3, and you think, I am going to learn something new today. How good is that? But I'm not in year 3, and I'm a bit older than that, and I still wake up in the morning and I think I might learn something new today. And actually, today for me now is Thursday, not Friday. I started the assembly early because we're on location. We're not in LIPA Primary School. You can probably see something behind me. And I'm going to take you on a little tour in a moment because I've been doing some new learning today with Miss Coyle. Miss Coyle and I haven't been in school. We have been with a whole bunch of teachers. Now, all the teachers, a bit like Miss Coyle, are in charge of the early years. So that means reception. Miss Coyle's also in charge of year 1 and year 2. But we've had a whole group of people who have that job. They're in charge in their different schools of early years. And we've been learning new things together, and it's been absolutely great. And we've not been doing it at LIPA Primary School. I'm going to give you some clues where we're doing it. Hold that thought. Okay, let's have a look at this then. So this is on the wall. Gosh, very interesting. Oh, there's a plaque. Presented to Liverpool Football Club, September 2021. Okay. What else have we got here? We've got a kitchen area. Okay. We've got a television on the screen. Maybe we're at a hotel, because sometimes teachers meet at a hotel and have their training and new learning. We've got a very nice, we've got a bottle of water there. That looks posh. What does it say? Let's have a look. Hold on, what's that emblem on there? Is that a clue? Mr. Mason's getting all interested at this point. What else can we see? The chairs seem to be all red. Where could we be? Boys and girls, And you're probably thinking, why's Mr. Parker gone to Liverpool Football Club? I'm coming out into the main stand now to show you. It's because it's only down the road from our school and it's a good place. There it is, looking inside. So we're in one of the boxes in the main stand. And we've been doing our new learning, our new training today. So I've not been at Everton. I'll be at Everton later on for the match. But today we've been at Liverpool Football Club. And there it is. Okay, we're back at LIPA and it's Friday. And let's have a look at the work I have had this week. I've not had a lot. Maybe it's because it's the first week back. So I've had 5 pieces of work that have been done at home. And all of these 5 are going to come and choose a book. So maybe it was the first week back, but usually I get lots more. So please do that work at home. You know how I like it. And bring it in for me next week. Scarlett, thank you. That must have taken ages to do. I am going to have a change very soon up there. If your work's up there, thank you. Brilliant. But it's time for a change. And get some more up, because all of that work in the corner, can you see that near the trophy? That is work that I've received that hasn't been on the wall. So it's somebody else's turn. I love this Pascal. Pascal often does work for me. She's drawn LIPA Primary, and look at our letters there, LIPA. Love, independence, perfect, awesome. Love it. Matilda has been working with shapes. Created that for me. Love that. Willow in reception. Beautiful colouring in. And I really like this one. This has been done by 2 people. There it is, Ruby and James. And it's their very own chart. So how are you? If you're sad, are you happy? Are you worried? Are you angry? So it's a bit like our one up there, but it's been done independently. I think that's fantastic. So that's Willow, that's James and Ruby, Matilda, Pascal, Scarlett, thank you very much. Great, come and choose a book when you have a moment. Shoutouts. Okay, shoutouts, got loads of them, look at all them. Me, a shout out for the brothers Cohen and Cade. They both played for Manchester City teams. And they recently travelled down to Brighton to play the tournament. Mum sent some lovely photos which are going to go on Twitter, boys. But they are still big Evertonians, even though they play for Manchester City. Miss Lyons has said, can I give a shout out to my phonics group? I'm not surprised. They often work next door to my office in the library, and I heard them working the other day, and they were so focused and enjoying their learning. She said, they always show enthusiasm, totally agree, by joining in and have become stronger readers. They always put 100% effort in. They are incredible captain disciplines. Great job. Miss Oakes has got a couple. She said, please could I give a shout out to Sophie in year 1. This has been her first week at LIPA and she's settled in brilliantly and has made lots of new friends. Sophie, that's one thing we think we do well at LIPA Primary is make people feel welcome, so we hope you are. We're so proud of how resilient Sophie is and how she's blown away with her hard work. Well done, Sophie. Miss Oakes said, can I give a shout out to the rest of year 1 who have been captain collaborative this week and showed how welcoming they can be. Great job. They've shown LIPA values in how kind and caring they've been and made year 1 staff extremely proud, and me. Miss Ashcroft says, Miss Beach and I would love to give a shout out to Alice in the Playhouse. She's an absolute joy to have in class and can always cheer us up with her beautiful smile. She's been captain persistent with her phonics and blows us away every single day. How nice, well done Alice. Miss Wright says, I would love to give a shout out to Ezra Ray in Bertie class, please. Whenever I pop down to reception, Ezra Ray is the first person to give me a big smile and welcome me in. She is so polite and really shows off her captain qualities. What an excellent LIPA values role model. Mr. Flanagan says, can I give a shout out for Bobby, please, for trying really hard to put his hands up in lessons. Well done. Also, he says, I'm allowed to give an unusual one, please, to Miss Hartley. She's just amazing at what she does. There you go, Miss Hartley. How nice. Miss Graham says, can I give a shout out to Lee in Sefton Park class? He only recently joined our school, but it feels like he's been here forever. He consistently demonstrates his LIPA values and has really blown us away with his determination, resilience and positive attitude to learning. There it is again, learning. We talked about that before. And Miss Moore says, Jaden King and CC Redmond, please. They are both an absolute pleasure to teach. They work really hard and always make the right choices. Year 6 role models. They both support LFC too. I would have thought that was a reason not to have the award. But anyway, well done to Jaden, well done to CC. Let's do some happy birthdays. Okay, we talked about people who are in year 1.5 or 5.5. People also might have had a birthday too. If you have, stand up. Give them a clap. Here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday if you've had a birthday over the holiday or in the week. Happy birthday to you. What did you get, everybody? What were your favourite presents? Where did you go? I hear about all these parties that go on around Liverpool. If you've had a birthday, very happy birthday. If you're about to get a head teacher award, get ready. Teachers, press pause. Well done, everybody. If you got one of these, then I want to see what's written on the back, and I'll see you later on. Okie dokie. Reading and Maths Awards in a little while. First of all, get your clipboards. Not your clipboards, your whiteboards. Can't write on a clipboard unless you've got paper. Okay, get your whiteboards. Work together. I know some of these questions are hard, especially if you're in the younger classes, but your teachers can explain and show you and give you a go. All right. Seeing as Miss Coyle and I were doing some learning at Liverpool FC yesterday, I've decided to make the questions all about Liverpool FC, Anfield. I know, I'm sorry, Evertonians, but I'm just being fair. All right, question 1. And this is, remember, for the younger children. We had that room I showed you earlier in the assembly. It was called Executive Box 1. There were 14 people at our training yesterday, and there were 2 tables. So how many people were seated equally at each table? 1. Bit of history about the ground for you. In 1957, that is when floodlights were first installed at Anfield, and they cost £12,000. Wow. If you installed them today, they would cost so much more than that. Anyway, in 1957, they installed four floodlights at a total cost of £12,000. How much was that per floodlight? And lastly, Anfield, which apparently means field on a slope, like that. The overall capacity now is 54,074. That's how many can fit in. The main stand where I was yesterday, that alone holds 20,676. My question is, how much do the other 3 stands hold together? The capacity is 54,074. Where I was 20,676. How much do the other 3 cost? Press pause and work them out. Here are the answers. In Executive Box 1, 14 people seated equally at 2 tables. That is 7 at each table. You could even draw it, couldn't you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1957, 4 floodlights installed at £12,000. That means £3,000 each. And the overall capacity is 54,074. The main stand holds 20,676. That means the other 3 stands together hold, subtraction, 33,398. It's more awards time. Reading and Maths Awards, everybody. Please give those out and press pause. Only one joke in section this week. Apologies to Logan and Leo, because we were at Anfield yesterday. We weren't able to do that section. However, I do have one from Oliver in year 3 who came to see me outside and said, Mr. Parker, I have a riddle for you. I said, okay. He said, okay. Sarah's mum has 4 daughters. January, February, March, and what's the 4th one? Can I hear you say April? No, it's Sarah. Sarah's mother has 4 daughters. January, February, March and Sarah. Okay, if you said April, you got caught out. Well done, Oliver, and thank you. Now, time to press pause and find that email from me where this is reception to year 4. We drew the golden tickets and come and get your books. Year 5 and 6, you have your own slightly different way now of achieving those points and working hard, which I believe is working really well. So get ready and have a look at that email. And if you have won a book this afternoon, well done, and come and get it. I've got plenty, I'm looking over there, but I have ordered some more. Now this section is fast turning into my favourite bit of the assembly. It's the book look, and it's year 2. So what have we got here? We've got jazz. And apparently year 2 have been asked, looking at the big question, what made the 60s swing? They've been looking at the 1960s. Even I wasn't around in the 1960s. And they looked at some of the key events through the decade and created a timeline. There it is. Next week, it's the Mersey ferry trip, and Tasia has been busy plotting the route. First, you get out of school of LIPA Primary School. Second, go to Chinatown and go down Duke Street. Then go past the Hilton. Well, you're not going to get lost, are you? Beautiful writing there. And then, up here, this one, Donna has been using tracing paper. If you look very carefully, you can see a picture of Liverpool underneath. And then they compared how Liverpool used to be to how it is now. Look at the colour of the LIPA buildings. This week, we're doing it also about chronological reports. This is Isla. All of these titles, animals are taking a driving test. Girl is talking on a phone. Very clear and capturing the reader's interest. This is very interesting. Year 2 have been doing all about friendship in their LIPA values lessons. We have our own LIPA values, don't we? We have our expectations. If you're going to learn here or work here or be here or volunteer here, you've got to be part of the LIPA values. And they've been creating friendship pies. That's what it takes. That's what you do to be part of LIPA. Sammy has been busy with his maths. Sammy, great job. Worked very hard, Captain Persistent. I had to be Captain Persistent with my maths, didn't I, when I was little. Reasoning and problem solving. And Max at the top, great job. I think your teachers are very pleased about how independent you've been with that work. Or look how that word, Max expressed so much interest in our new project. He independently had a go and did a wonderful job. Year 2, thank you, great job. And next week, it's year 3. Nearly there, golden medals. So, Miss Atherton has said, Nevaeh in year 4, please. Nevaeh has been incredibly creative inside and outside school, writing poems that could be published in a book for all to see. Nevaeh also listens to all of the tips and instructions from her teachers and goes above and beyond to include them in her work. Great job. Miss Wright has said, I will be thrilled to give the gold medal to Ava in Stanley Park, please. Throughout her time in year 2, I have seen a real growth in Ava and she's embodying all of the captains every day. She goes above and beyond and makes a real effort to ensure she spends time with her friends. She's resilient, she puts her mind to it, high standards. Great job, Ava. Who else have we got? Oh, Miss Wood has said, for the gold medal, please could I give it to year 3, Mr. Flanagan's class, to Rosie. Rosie worked really hard in phonics. Her confidence grew, attitude to learning, there it is again, fantastic. Rosie took on every bit of advice and wanted to learn and grow, which she absolutely did. And Miss Moore. And Miss Moore has chosen Gracie in year 6 for everything that she does apparently, which she works hard, she's a great person, she's a LIPA role model, and always looking to learn that next thing. Wonder what Gracie will go home today and think, well, at the start of the day, I didn't know this, and at the end of the day, I do. But I'll be thinking the same thing as well. There's bound to be something that I learned today. What's it going to be? Who knows? The magic of learning. All right, okay, 2 more things very quickly. Artwork, maths work, poems from home. Please bring them in. I want loads. I had 5 this week. The great, I want more, please. And last of all, it is today, of course, World Book Day. And we know how we love reading at LIPA Primary School. Lots of the teachers will be dressed up. I will be dressed up. And here is my costume. Are you ready? I'll come and show you in classes. Have a good week, everybody.